I'm about to try to get my wipers finally working. Since this thing seems like it can drive again, which before there was like an issue I was having, but I guess it's not there anymore. But what I'm gonna do is cut this where it has the wires that come out right here, cut it, extend it, and then resolder it together. And the reason is I did a wire tuck and I never ended up taking those wires and extending them because I never thought that it would matter, but since I drove it in the rain and it seems fine, I'm gonna keep driving it until there's an issue. But instead of taking that out and just plugging it in to have that work and then just having the wires go right there, I want to actually do it properly where I'm gonna extend it long enough and come through the hole down there, under the wiper motor, into there. So what I did is I just took a clothes hanger and I'm gonna try to do it without taking the fender off, but it's shoved through that hole way over there where I had all the original stuff coming out. And now it's right there, so now I have something I can tape all the wires to, pull it through, and then have that length. But I think what I need to do is cut all this here and solder it here where it's going to be a little easier to do my soldering, extend all those wires out, label them, tape it to this, and pull them through. And worst comes to worst, if I lose like a label or I don't understand which wire is which, I can always do a little pull check back and forth through before I connect the other side to this outside the car over here. Because I have to do some in here just to extend the wires, which is going to suck, but this should be fine. So I'll get all the wires cut, extended, pulled through, and then I'll confirm I have each one labeled correctly for what it is, and then I just pretty much solder the plug-in on this side to a length that's actually going to work, because I'll have to make sure that after I come through there, get them all out, that I have the right length to just come through here, plug in without too much extra hiding in the fender, because I don't need a lot in the fender, but I'll give myself some room to push back just to make this loop really quick. Alright, so we got the solder heating up. Takes a little bit. Make sure you have a sponge to clean off the tip, otherwise the tip will just burn out. And I'll just kind of give you a preview before I start doing it, what I got. Got my cardboard down. Even though that solder is easy to clean up, if it gets in the carpet it might be a bitch to get out. But pretty much I trim one, trim the other, and then I'm going to solder them together. And even though I can still put that on afterwards when I do that initial solder, it's good practice to put the heat shrink on now, so you remember to put it on later when you do the next connection, because if you don't, you're going to have to cut it and redo it, because I wouldn't trust electrical tape. There's a better way to do it. They're all heat shrinks. Let's say it's the brown. BR is for brown. Even if you just have to fucking like make lines on it and then have your own little code of like 3 lines is that wire and write it out.
Looking for something new. savings at our stores. By 19 bucks and a Gatefield Chrome kitchen card for just $99.97.
Fuck, dude. I had to end up I just cut it so that I could redo this. I'll have to check which one's which with the pull method. But what I did is, if I can get this tape off, hopefully it actually just peels off. I taped one wire, went down, taped another wire, went down, taped another wire, went down, taped another wire. And pull it through this hole, because this hole isn't going to be that much of an issue like it was before on the other one. Perfect way to hold everything. I'm paying that fucking fender one day. Now they're all in position where they should be. As long as I get the bottoms first to make them stay where they're going to stay, they won't move. Now that bottoms are hot, nothing's going anywhere. You should be able to plug this in. The wiper should work. I'm going to test that, and if that's all fine, I'm ready to clean this up and I'm ready to actually put my wiper arm back on. So what I'm looking for is I'm going to turn everything on, and this little nut should be spinning. until it turned. Alright, so I should be able to just turn my wipers on again. Oh, you can already hear them. Well, you can already hear the nuts. Clean this up, make it look better from here back into the car. Usually you can't access this without the hood being up, so that's why I'm doing it like this. And since this is at resting position, I'm going to set it up where I want it.
Here at the Home Depot, we want to help you do big.
We really ain't the same. I was to get here. I was selling cocaine, no cat, little bitch. I ain't playing for money. I don't really want the fame. Rubber band rich, so you know I'm getting paid. Look how to watch it even under.
So that's kind of what it'll look like in the bay. I kind of want to fix this part right here. What I have to do is get the loom on here and try to pull it through that hole back there, which is gonna be hard. Alright, I got this shit all taped up, ready to pull it through. So I'm gonna pull it through, and once it's through, it's pretty much done. Look at that. I got the loom in.
Young nigga beef with me and give me off top. I'm on the stage, bring my money, got some million, now still a full of kids. See these fellas on my wrist like a thing. Got no girl, nigga, like a ring around my dog. Got my guys with me, they gon' know the third. To the mind, take me to another galaxy. To my brothers, to my twins, we like Siamese. Chef bitches gon'
Being ugly like bad. I like the bad. Niggas like Jeffy, you ain't going there, you just fucking with your ready. I turn your life up, let me know if you ready.
It's all good. Well, that's that. I got my wipers working again. It's all tucked, it's all cleaned up. And if I need to use my wipers, I can use my wipers. Well, stay tuned. The CRX is next.